What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how I get customers, how I gain customers, how I retain customers. I'm going to show you how I print their t-shirts, how I print their hoodies, how I do everything. Right now I was just finishing off some logos for a client and I'm going to head into the office, so I'll be right back with you. Alright, you guys, I'm going to take you down to my retail location first. And while we're driving, I'm going to run a few things down so it doesn't get confusing when we're down there. Because once we're there, I'm going to try and explain everything about printing, profit margins, getting customers, and all that. So let's start this off. Let me put you guys somewhere. Alright, so like I was saying, I'm going to take you guys down to my retail location first. The retail location, kind of what made all the business in the beginning work. So, I'll explain why in a second. People do a lot of home businesses with these DTGs. In my opinion, that doesn't work. Just because of the fact that I would have 0 orders the first month if it wasn't for my retail location. Now, as of right now, how we're set up is we have one printer, one pre-treater, one heat press set up down at the retail location in an office, and we have a community share group space, like group offices where you can rent out a single office, about 150 bucks a month, very price effective, and we run 2 F2100s there as well, with one pre-treater and 2 heat presses. That's more for when we get larger orders and we're trying to crank them out quick. Me and my partner will split off. One of us will go down to the retail location, one of us will go down to community share, and we'll just knock them out. So, to run a couple of things down before we start talking about the logistics and the margins and where I'm getting shirts and where I'm getting blanks and where I'm getting, you know, what's it costing for a print, all that. Just wanted to explain why I think retail locations, at least in the beginning, here, let me turn the music down, sorry. At least in the beginning, I feel like a retail location, it's not needed, but it helps a lot. See, our first month, we didn't run any Facebook ads. We didn't publicize at all. We actually were going to take the first month just to test everything out, make sure we had everything down pat. And it actually turned out that we got I think 94 shirts sold that month, just based off of walk-ins. People walk in because it's also a gym. It's a full-service gym facility, so we have a lot of people walk in, and we would put them in the front. We have a display rack up there, and we'd put a couple of designs. We put up a couple pin boards with crazy designs saying, you know, your design here, and just showing off that the color and everything you can do with DTG. Just from that alone, we had 94 or 96 orders, and as of right now, our pricing sits, it's $24.99 a shirt for singles. We do discounts for, you know, anything over 12, 10% off, anything over 20, 15% off. If, you know, if we're working with a smaller print, someone wants corner pockets, or they just want nothing huge, then we could drop it down to 20 a shirt if they're buying, you know, 24 to, you know, 30, maybe 50. We haven't had an order that large yet, but when time comes, we'll cross that bridge. So right now, you know, we started off, we got some orders of just people liked how the shirts looked, and they came in and they're like, hey, I have, you know, a camping trip this weekend. It's our annual camping trip. Can you make us 7 shirts? Had a guy come in saying, hey, I have a drag car and I want to make shirts for all my team members. Could you guys make those shirts? That was another, it started as 13 shirts, and then he added another 5 of them on because he liked them so much. Because you got to realize, we are not printing them on production mode. Everything's being printed at full quality. We also bump the whites 100%, bump the color 25% on 100% on a level 6. So we use the highest quality you can possibly get for DTG. We also use Seabreeze, which is different software, and my partner understands that better than I do, so I don't want to misspeak on it, but it does save you some money on ink. It uses alpha channels. I don't really understand what those are yet, but it uses a way to be able to lay down less white and still get the same results. So, first month, 24 shirts. I think we cleared 2,000, like 2,100, something around that range. We used Bella Canvas 3001 as our blanks. We did try out Next Level 3600s. Problem with those is our supplier, which I won't name, just because I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. I don't know if it was their fault or if it was just Next Level has bad quality control. They sent us white shirts that were cream, but then certain sizes were white, and then the black shirts, when you pre-treated them and heat pressed it left like a white film layer that we couldn't figure out why, and so we ended up having to return about 200 shirts, about 200 blanks, and luckily our supplier was very nice about it. They credited us, and we ended up just getting more Bellas. Right now we're looking into, well, we have a custom order that I'm actually going to the office right now to make his invoice and email it over to him for 4 different designs, and he wants them printed on heritage cotton shirts, which are a little higher quality. I've actually never printed on them, and I've never actually felt them, but it's a streetwear brand, and the guy swears by them, so if that's what they want, that's what they'll get. So we did that. People don't know how to drive, sorry guys. Alright, so we did that. That order is going to be done as soon as those shirts come in. See, the thing we pride ourselves on is, next day tees. That's the name of the company. We literally, if you come in and you say, hey, I need 7 shirts for this, here's the design, those shirts will be done that day. If not, they'll be done they can be picked up the next morning. So that's how we kind of run it. And so for this one, since they have to be special ordered, I have to take a 50% deposit, and then I'm going to order the shirts in, print them out. 50% deposit saves my ass because we do 100% markup on everything. And it seems to be working out pretty well. As for the machine, had a comment about how they're pretty expensive. And yeah, they are. And, risk reward. It cost us about $15,000 for the printer, and full setup with the pre-treater and the printer, because mind you, we bought multiple of everything from the same supplier, so we did get a little bit of a discount. It came out to be about $19,300 per setup. So per heat press, we used the Geonite S20, I think that's what it's called. It's the swinger. And we used the Pearl Elite pre-treater and the F2100. So that all came out. So that package right there was about $19,300, something like that. $19,300, $19,500, something like that. But we did buy 2 other F2100s. We bought 1 other Pearl Elite, and we bought 2 other Geonites. So we did get a nice little discount for that. We also bought one of our printers as a demo unit, so that did save a little bit of money. I think that one came out to $13,995, and we didn't finance it because we had the cash to pay for it, and we would rather just pay out of pocket than finance something over whatever stretch of amount of time. We didn't want to put pressure on ourselves saying, oh, we need to sell at least 30 shirts this month, because in the first starting months, you don't want to have that much pressure on yourself. You don't want to be like, oh shit, I only sold, excuse my language, but you don't want to say, I only sold 15 shirts this month, we're not gonna be able to afford the business. You want to be able to work it up, build up your client base, build up everything. So we took the liberty and we paid for everything in cash. Had delivered put it in perspective, I had this delivered, what was the day? June 7th, and I had just came back from a vacation in Miami. What had happened was I hadn't even looked at the printer once. My partner had opened it all up and set it up in our retail location, and I got a text from a buddy, because I had told a couple buddies that I was getting it, and I got a text from one saying, hey, my buddy needs shirts made. He needed 10 of them overnighted for some show convention type thing. He literally needed them the next morning at 10 a.m. I had no idea how to print. I've seen YouTube videos. I've seen a few things. I didn't know what I was doing. So I came in at 4 o'clock that morning after I just got back. Literally, my flight landed maybe 2 hours before this. Had about an hour of sleep. Walked in at 4 in the morning. Knocked out all 10. Only messed up one. It was just a pre-treat error. But that's when I knew, okay, this could be something cool. So right now we're doing a lot of print on demand. Like, I'm actually gonna show you. I'm walking in. I'm at the building right now, but I have to get 5 or 6 print on demand shirts done. That actually became a pretty big business for us this month. We had about 70 or 80 print on demand shirts where people just were selling them through their Instagram, through whatever, and they'd shoot us over the address, the size, and the money, and we would ship it for them to their customer. And that seems like a pretty good business model. But right now, I'm going to turn you guys off. I'm going to bring you into the office. I don't want you to see the outside of my building because I don't want to have issues. So I'll bring you into our office, and I'll bring it from there. I'll show you guys. I'll run down the numbers for everyone, because I did have a comment last time asking, you know, just about the numbers and how I got business, how I'm getting business, how I'm planning on getting more business. So I'll run in, I'll set everything up, and I'll turn you guys back on, and I'll let you know those numbers, and I'll let you know what's going on with how I'm getting more customers. But I'll be back in a second. Alright, so while I'm waiting the 3 minutes for this to turn on, I wanted to go over profits and everything like that. Well, first off, how I get customers. Right now, I'm in a retail location. So people come, they see I have computers set up that they can go on and design on. I use Inksoft for my websites, so it's really intuitive. I have a whole catalog of special order things. I have 9 colors of Bella Canvas in stock. And so that's how I get customers right now. They're mostly walk-ins or referrals, and they send me an email. We work out a price and get it done. Right now I'm working on print-on-demand shirts, so once this is done, getting ready, 2 minutes left on the cleaning time or startup time, whatever you want to call it. I already have them pre-treated. My partner came in this morning. He pre-treated everything. He got everything ready to go. So I just have to print them. I got to get everything ready, packaged, ready to ship. Then I have to make a couple of invoices for people that everything's referrals through Instagram, referrals through gym members, referrals through you know, friends I know. My barber's gotten me a lot of referrals. I have to go make him a logo right now for a shirt design for him. So that's the main business right now. We have started running 8 Facebook ads. Not as, you know, successful as I would hope. Engagement's been good. I think they were having issues with the site because mostly people click on it through mobile, and right now my site that it was linking to was what do you call that? It was a designer site. It had no pre-designed things, so it would say, hey, buy this shirt now, but then they'd have to go on and design it, and they're on their phone. They don't know how to do that. So I have created a new store. I have multiple stores now. With Inksoft, you're allowed to have unlimited stores, 100 active at a time. So like for the Area 51, the Raid Area 51 thing. I made I made a site called Alienware, WEAR. Thought it was ironic. And made 3 designs for that. Ran targeted Facebook ads for that. Got a couple of orders for that. It doesn't cost me anything to run the site because I didn't do a custom domain on that one. I have a custom domain for my main site, which is nextdaytees.com. So that's my main designer site. I have a site for my gym merch. All my gym merch gets sold through the name of my gym, which I won't mention for security reasons. But that's what I have it all running through, the name of the gym, apparel.com. That one mostly, though, doesn't get used because people just come to the front desk, ask one of the front counter ladies to, hey, can you write me up an invoice and have it printed, and I get it printed out. Next up is I have a site for like trendy tees. It's trendy tees. It's trendyshirtstore.com. That one I'm still working on. It's live. I only have about 5-6 designs. That one's more for the Facebook targeted ads. That one's more for when I post up something in my Facebook page, like on the page for the Next Day Tees. It's a click through that leads them right to whatever I'm showing in the ad that they can buy. So that's that. This is the F2100 we have at my gym. This is the printing office. I can give you guys a close-up, but right now I have 2 shirts to print on here. So I'll just show you how I do it, and in the next video I'll have a whole tutorial video on what I do. I just wanted to run through the numbers. As for prices, profit margins, things like that, blanks cost me about $3.50 to $5.50 depending on the size. I do have a $2 markup for XLs, a $3 markup for triple XLs, just because they cost me $2 more and $3 more. So starting price is $24.99 for a single shirt, one-sided, any size design, unlimited colors. If it's two-sided, it adds an extra $6 because I have to pre-treat another side and I have to print another side. It's, that's how the business is. I also do work with screen printers and embroidery. I have partnered up with a screen printer and embroidery company for larger orders and just different type of orders, so I can branch out to everything without having to overwhelm myself with learning 10 different trades in a matter of a couple of months. So as of now, this is officially the 2nd month that we're up and running. Decent amount of orders, mostly buddies that want to make their own streetwear brand, blah blah blah. It's fine. Like this shirt I'm wearing right now, I printed. It has my logo on the bottom. I have a couple of these printed just to show people the quality of the shirt that can be made on direct-to-garment. This has at least 12 colors in it, so it just shows people like, yeah, you're not stuck to colors. Right now I'm talking to a guy that's on a reality show. I can't release much more information than that, but he wants shirts printed for him and like his whole crew, so that'd be a pretty cool one if that one pulls through. But right now this is what the office looks like. I can show you guys around real quick. So right here, that's the printer. Here, I'll flip it around here. So here's the printer. Got a phone just in case people need to call and ask me for an order. Running a K20S, the Swinger, Geonite. These are all pre-treated shirts, and then back here are some samples. So these are samples of other like crew necks and things like that, special order items. Sorry, I know it's a little tight in here. Over here we have all the colors of the shirts we offer. We have more, I'll show you in a second, in storage. We have more up there. These are actually next level. It's the only next level I ended up sticking with. they don't have an issue printing. Everything else you're going to see in here is Bella Canvas, unless otherwise stated. Down here, we have hoodies. The thicker black ones like this, these are going to be J&J America. And then the thinner ones, which I don't think I have any left of. Oh yeah, right over here. Thinner ones like these are Bella Canvas. Easier to print on, less ridges. The J&J America, very thick, but at the same time they're kind of a pain, just because they have a lot of ridges in them, a lot of like peaks and valleys to be able to fill in. So I usually double print on those. Right here I have numbers for density on everything. This took about a couple days. It was, 20 density on the pre-treat machine equals 12 grams. We got inventory sheets. This is for colors, this is for different pre-treats, how much we use. These numbers are a little bit inflated because we were having issues with our pre-treat machines in the beginning, and now we do them pretty quickly. So here, let me show you how I load up a shirt real quick, and I'll get that done. Let me just show you how I load up a shirt. See over here, I got a bunch pre-treated. I know I need a large. So I grab a large off. Large Bella Canvas. Now we can print tags. Some people ask us to print tags, some people don't. So now these are already pre-treated, but I still do a pre-press on them before they go into the printer. So I lay it down. We do actually, hold up, I just got these pillows in. That make it easier to not get seams. So you put it down and it gives you a little bit of space here. I'll show you close up. It gives you a little bit of space between where it's going to press and where it's going to fall off, so you don't get the creases and the seams. We were having a lot of problems with the creases and the seams, and I mean, people weren't complaining, but you're your own worst critic when you're creating something. So that was, we wanted that to fix. We fixed it. We also use, these are the pads. We also use the pillows. Pillows are more expensive, but the pads, they kind of do the same thing. The pads are nice though. I personally like the pads more. My partner likes. He likes I like the pillows more. He likes the pads more. I'll do a quick pre-press on this shirt and print it out. Our print times are higher than most other people, just because we use the highest quality. We don't do double pass anymore, because double pass white, we were finding that you actually end up getting more fibrillation or fibrillation, however you want to say it. Just because it lays down so much white that it becomes an issue. So, like this one isn't fully cured. He only half cured it. So I have to come in, make sure that everything's good. Turn down the pressure. See, what happened when we ordered this model, we thought it was going to be a newer model, this Geonite. Turned out, with the package deal we got on this one, he gave us 12-year-old 12-year-old heat press, which is no big deal. So we are going to get the upgrade to the stalls, but we're waiting until we just get more business. It's only the second month. We're not in any hurry, so it's not like we need to rush things. We could take our time. So now that this is pre-treated, this is done, I'm going to set it down on the machine. And look at that, first mistake. I haven't printed a shirt all weekend. It's Monday, so I am, went out a little bit too much this weekend. Got a little too drunk and forgot how to print shirts right, We come in, 2-finger rule. Come over, we feel, make sure the seams feel that like they're pretty aligned. We do have the sticky. It's like a grip tape on top of the platen. We don't really use it because we don't thread our shirts that often. See, it's going in now. It's gonna print out. It's gonna be a nice looking print. Oh, it was too high. See, the reason that was too high is my partner threads them and I do not thread them. I double layer them, so it's a little bit. It's just case by case. Also, I did forget to do this. Now the shirts I'm printing right now are a print on demand, which I can't actually show the design of because the guy that's making it doesn't want people to know that I'm the one printing it. It's whatever. Can't do much about that. I can show you guys some examples, but other than that, I can't actually show you guys this print. But I have a couple of these to get done. I got some done yesterday. I came in for like 15 minutes and printed one, and I didn't feel like pre-treating any other shirts, so I just left. Bang energy, I'm telling you. Need to wake up. But it makes it easier the way I'm doing it right here. He pre-treats them in the morning because he comes in really early. I come in around 12, knock out all the prints. Then take care of all the back end work, like the invoices. I gotta send out some invoices, stuff like that. As for pricing, most shirts cost us printed for like whites, because whites are the cheapest to print. Those cost about $5 to $7 depending on the design. For something like this, I think it costs total all in like $8.50, $8.39. I didn't check the estimator on Garment Creator before I did it, but nevertheless, it's in the $8 to $9 range. They sell this one. He's a good client. He was actually my first client, and he's continued to keep buying from me. So I just give them to him for $24 even. I don't do $24.99 if he orders a lot. See, right now, that's not the final design. It's not just all white, but it's doing a 15-second break. I like that. It lets the ink dry just in case it's still a little too wet. Sometimes you get like those little holes, and that's when you see underneath and see the white underneath like peeking through. And I'm not in a rush today, so I don't need to, spend a half hour printing every shirt. I don't need to spend 5 minutes. I could spend a half hour. That's what I'm trying to say. So still waking up over here. So back to pricing. Usually costs us $7 to $9. Sometimes it gets up to like $13 depending on how big the design. If they're doing a full 14 by 16 design or bigger. We even have a bigger platen, a 16 by 20. If they're doing a full 16 by 20 design, full color, and it's like a square block, that's going to cost 14, 15 bucks. We've averaged our prices in. I don't actually take salary or anything because I'm partial owner of the company, so I don't have to pay labor. So there is no labor cost for me. So really, when we price out our shirts, it's the cost of the blank, cost of the ink, and cost of pre-treat, maintenance. You want to add about 50 cents in for every shirt for maintenance. So here, it's so you're about $7 to $9 in per, which really isn't bad at all. So we sell them for $24.99. Front and back ends up being $32.99, which I know it's a little hefty price, but I mean it's really honestly worth it because there's nowhere else you can go except for other DTG companies. Like, you can't go to any screen printer and they'll print you a one-off for any price. You could pay them $150, they won't print you one shirt. So that does make it, it's competitive. There's other YouTubers out here that are charging $30 for singles, So I think $24.99. See, I don't do a full press on when I'm curing it when it's heavy on the ink. I want to let it, so I don't want to smush the colors. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to smush the colors and make it, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to make it flat, the image flat. So yeah, as you can tell, this is used to be a gym office. That's why there's equipment up there, and then over here we have extra whites, pre-treat. We just got poly pre-treat in, so we can do poly. We do already poly blends, like tri-blends and stuff like that. It's really not that hard. You just lower temperatures. You know, there's other people out here saying, oh, you can't do it, blah blah blah. You can, but I'm gonna end it right here because this video is gonna be, you know, 25 minutes long, and I'll update everyone tomorrow on some more things. I'll make a follow-up video on how I print, how I do everything. But just so you know, profit margins are good. How I get customers is good. Gonna keep expanding, and I'll go into that further as I do it in the next video, and so on and so forth. But other than that, have a good rest of your day, and don't forget, keep hustling. Signing off.